What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, real quick announcement for tomorrow morning. You're gonna get something special. Tomorrow is the official podcast released. Episode 1 of the Snapback podcast is out. You're gonna get mine at 9 a.m. on part 1. Hazink will be part 2. 9 a.m. my time, 2 p.m. his time. So it's the same release time. And then Marky Mark will be part 3. Same time. He's in PST, so he'll be getting at 6 a.m. So you'll be getting all 3 parts dropped at the same time for the special podcast, which will be episode 1. And I want to talk just a little bit about it real quick. This is a special moment in our gaming community because we have 3 of the best content creators, in my opinion, three of the most dedicated content creators to Street Fighter Duel, coming together and giving you guys prolific conversations regarding everything that is Street Fighter Duel plus more, right? So it'll be witty, it'll be fun, you guys will love it, I promise. And we plan to do a lot more of these podcasts, including having viewers and guests like other content creators jump on board and be a part of it. So very special time. It'll drop tomorrow, guys. It's called the Snapback podcast. It'll be the 3 of us hosting it. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it, and your comments are going to mean a lot to us. So please be as critical and as positive and as negative as you need to be to improve the podcast for future content going forward. Now, announcements out of the way. What are we here for today? All right, so I've done a few videos for you guys. I want to talk about Dante's Devil Invasion one last time, regarding at least content-wise, right? We'll talk more about the event itself as a whole, which I want to do because I think this is a step in the right direction for a lot of reasons. But specifically here, I want to help you guys out a little bit. So Dante D doesn't stand for what you think it stands for. It's for demon, you sick, twisted people. And then Dante and Bison. This one was a weird one, but anyways, they're together. Not sure why again, but here we are. What I want to do, guys, is go over 2 things. Number 1, how do you unlock these for new players? So unlock this one as you do just the regular Explorer mode. He's always unlocked the moment you get your first star. This one here, you actually have to finish the Metropolitan version of Dante Fight and Explore. So that's the one where he's in the city and he actually transforms into a demon during that fight. Once you beat him there, this unlocks. So this will be fight number 2. And the last one, of course, is the last 100% exploration one, which you kill Dante and Bison bosses. Then this boss will actually unlock as well, too. Now that we got the how out of the way, I want to talk about the what. So what does each one bring to the fold and how to tackle each one of these ones, specifically with teams and debuffs. So I want to show you guys real quick. Each one has its own leaderboard, right? You see here, number 2, by just a hair. I'm assuming this person's module is a little higher than mine, but hey, shout out to them. And you can see same thing here. So your modules will affect these fights. So it's going to matter. Whoever has higher modules, chances are you're going to be higher up in points, right? Go to Dante D, again, just by a hair, not too much. And then if you go to Dante, this one here, I mean, I'm far ahead on this one. So let's talk about a few things. Number 1, your workbench, okay? Jump into here. Your workbench is going to matter, okay? And I want to clear this up again for the 15th time so we're all understanding how the workbench works. I'm going to click on here for you guys. The workbench stats apply to every unit. The inlay cores apply to every unit. The bonuses, though, here, these little extra bonuses in green, only apply to the factions that they're assigned to. So this will only work for legendary factions. This will only work for Infernal. This one will only work for power, etc., attack, balance, etc., right? So keep that in mind. You will need to adjust these based on your team that you're going to use to fight these bosses, and they work in the Explorer version as well. Now, the first thing you want to do is get at least 1 to 20 and then another 1 to 20 and then do it that way. Don't split it up 10 across the board. You're not doing yourself any favors. You're actually screwing yourself over because the difference between, let's say, for example, 13 stats, okay, there's 13 stats versus 20 stats is massive. And I'm talking about humongous. So do not waste your time splitting it across the board. You're probably going to ask Payne, is there a way to reset it? I have not seen a way to reset it, so that's probably a no. So focus on 2020, move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one, etc. Right? Okay. So anyways, now what we're here for, I wanted to go through that one more time because I know a lot of people are confused about it. Now, what I want to talk about, though, on the other hand, is the actual debuff and the multipliers. Now, the first thing you're going to note is when you're fighting these bosses, you're going to do way more damage than what the points are allotted here. The highest points here, for example, this fight here, I did 5 billion. I only got 2.5. This one here, I did I think 2.9 billion. I got 1.5. This one here, I think I did like 2.9 again. I got 1.6. So for some reason, the calculations on these are way off. So don't worry about that. Everyone is experiencing that same issue. We're not sure why. What I want to talk about though are these little point multipliers. Okay, these are the ones you want to choose. So first one here is increase the boss's combo gauge restoration speed by 20%. Max that out to 2 right away. Okay. Next one here, reduce the amount of healing received by allied fighters by 100%. Absolutely do that. You don't need healing. You're gonna do lifesteal. Lifesteal essentially is this does not affect lifesteal, by the way. Lifesteal is its own stat, and you get that through your actual your inlay cores. So don't even worry about that. Lifesteal will do all the healing for you. Okay. Second one, boss's effective resistance by 100%. Sure. Boost that up. Don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. That's your burns, your shocks, etc. So this is where Fashion Blanca works out a little bit better than T-Cami because T-Cami relies on shock to work a lot, and that won't be fair to have that, okay? Avoid this one, though. You don't want this one to be touched. Now, this one here, on the other hand, if unleashed immediately after the first skill, reduce the damage of the fighter's second skill by 60%. Listen, I mean, you can... I've reduced the person and I'm getting better scores, so go ahead and do that. So what that means, essentially, is when Blanca does a special, do 60% less damage on their C2. Not a big deal, to be quite honest. It really isn't. Like, the multiplier is worth the point, so do that one. Avoid this one here. This one, on the other hand, pick it up. So this one here is player can only unleash one Ultra one time. Ultra, this is really poorly worded. Ultra actually in this case means EX move. So pick your EX move wisely. You can only do one in an entire fight. That's what this means. Oh, that's what Ultra means. It doesn't mean you're special, okay? Just so we're clear on that one. This one here, I actually don't even remember what this is. Oh, I can only deploy up to 2 fighters of each role. Actually, no, sorry. This one is can't deploy power fighters excluding assist. So take that away. You need your power fighters. They're going to be your main damage dealers, okay? Those are the Gauls, the Vipers, I mean, the Kens, etc. right? You need those guys. Here we have can only deploy up to 2 fighters of each role, so that's great. Do that one because you're not going to run 2 tanks, 2 powers. Usually have a balance, a power, a tank, a support, an assassin, etc. The other ones were classes. No, sorry, not classes. Types. These are classes. So definitely easy one to bypass. Definitely do this one. Can't deploy female fighters. This one's really important. Poison is a non-binary character. She doesn't have a gender role assigned to her, so she can be used as male or female. So Street Poison is going to actually be your biggest asset in this specific one. So definitely choose it. That's a lore thing, so they've actually gone ahead and followed it in the game as well too. So that's kudos to them. So Street Poison here, we're going to be the best unit to use. And lastly, deploy at least 3 Master Inferno or Legendary fights. This is going to obviously depend on your account. Works for me. On this one will not work on my free to play, obviously, because I don't have those. But if you're a whale or a dolphin, this one definitely is a choice that you want to go with. And then lastly, if you have Dante, you can deploy Dante in the main lineup. I don't recommend it. It's not worth the multiplier. But that right there, guys, is what you would choose as free to play or pay to win, minus this last one here, if you're free to play. Okay? Those are going to get net you the best results for damage, 110%. So get those out of the way, and then remember, your modules are going to dictate how much more damage you will do. So don't worry if you don't get the same results right away. When you level these up, go back in there and do those fights again, and I promise you, these leaderboards, you'll be ranking top 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be, right? You can already see here I dropped 1 because somebody probably went ahead and leveled up their module. Once I get mine up there, I'll be right back to first place. So pretty much how it works. All right, guys. So just want to point that out, what debuffs to use and which ones to go with to be top player. That's the way to do it. Team-wise, guys, I'll just tell you what I'm running. It's the same team every single time. Just so you guys are aware, it's this team here. Okay, let me just see if I have any challenges. No, I don't. Whatever. You know what? We'll sacrifice 100 gems to show you guys. This is the team here. Bison, MH Ken, Fashion Blanca, Street Poison, Sea Viper here for the extra damage, and then of course MH Ken triggers Cammy's armor break. So very, very important to run this team as a pay to win. As if you're free to play, honestly, not much different. The only difference is you remove MH Ken and you throw in somebody else. Like if you have a leveled up version of Gan or a Dawn would be a really good addition here. To be quite honest with you, he would actually be really good to add into here. If you have Cammy, instead of doing armor break, you can put her in here for her C2, or you can honestly put in. Let's see who else I would recommend here. You can put in Mad Ryu for his Hurricane Kick. That can go in there as well too. Chun-Li would be great for her Whirlwind Kick. That's another really good option. Adon, like I mentioned already, Adon is another really good one. And those are probably your best bets, to be quite honest with you. So if you have Fashion Blanca, put them in. If you don't have Fashion Blanca yet and you're brand new, Sea Viper or Guile will be your main DPS. That's really the only difference there. All right, guys, Payne, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.